Yo, what's up? It's your boy Legend JG, all the way from the A65, checking in with the industry's most wanted podcast.
Coming to Da Vinci, you can see me. Yeah, I'm at your throat like Ginzu. You gives us fish food. Who was that dude? Is he God, the creator? No, not at all, but I am of this realm. My inner thoughts connected to all of y'all. I spent time at the mosque, the synagogue, and cathedral, but we all pray to the one that has no equal. To those.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, we here. We got the legend in the building.
Yeah.
JG, what's going on with you, family? Hey, give me some love first and foremost.
Always.
Boom. Appreciate you being here.
Always, man. It's a pleasure. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I've been telling my friends I got a bone to pick with you.
With me?
Yeah, no, I know you're down with the culture and everything, but, you asked me a question the last time I was here on the radio interview. You asked me, what's it like growing up in Knoxville?
Yeah.
And I was trying to hint at it's really, really racist, but it's hidden racism.
Yeah.
And, I got a lot of white friends, so they don't like to hear that a lot because they're not racist, but it's hard. But call me a country boy. And, everybody's down with that. She's white, I'm black, But nah, I'm a hillbilly really for sure. But nah, I just wanted to crack a joke with you.
No, that's funny. No, but you are absolutely right. Like, we'll just briefly touch on it. When it does come to race, there's a lot of sensitive people out there.
For sure.
There's a lot of sensitive people. And I try to stay neutral in those type of situations only because I really have love for both sides. You know what I'm saying? Every culture, every race,
definitely tell,
I was raised in a household where it wasn't a matter of, oh, that person is this race. You can't. I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cut from a different cloth, different breed.
For everybody out here.
Nah, facts, man. Well, listen, thank you for being here today. You came over the river through the woods all the way from Tennessee. You had a drive. Give us that official introduction.
Yeah, I'm Legend JG from Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm a Smoky Mountain boy, born and raised. But no, I'm from the hills, man. I'm a country guy. I like to work with my hands. I got a big body, and from my roots.
He's super tall, you guys. Let's just get that out the way. Like, I thought I was tall, but when he stands next to me, he makes me look like a shawty. How tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That's God and Garrett. I got good genes.
Who else in your family has that type of height?
Really, my whole dad's side.
Yeah.
My dad is the tallest. He's 6'6". I'm 6'7".
Yeah.
But I got like an aunt. She's like 6'1". All my uncles are like average 6'4".
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're just big people.
I love it though. Like I'm pushing 5'9", which is fairly tall for a female. My sister, she's passed, but she was 6 foot tall. And we always like being tall. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could hover over people. I was
never late to class in high school. And it wasn't because I was a nerd. It just saw the path.
No, facts, absolutely. So when did you reach your full height?
After I graduated college, actually.
Really?
I was like 25. I grew an inch.
They say that men's brains aren't fully developed, I think, until about the age of 25. So it would make sense. That's why they say women mature faster than men. Sure. It's not because they're smarter. It's just I think their brains develop a little.
Chemistry.
Yeah. But that is dope, man. Ever a hooper?
Man, I wouldn't be a good tall person if I didn't play basketball.
Let's talk about that just a little bit, and then we're going to dive into the music.
Sure.
From about what age to what age did you play basketball?
From birth till now.
Still playing?
Yeah, no, it's just one of those pastimes. I make jokes that basketball is the only thing that ever loved me.
Yeah.
It showed me, parts of the world that, I thought I'd never see. It paid my way through school. It did a lot for me. So I know it's always been a part of my game. One of my very first memories as a child was my mom and my dad. They're playing basketball in a gym, and it was just us three.
I love it.
And I confirmed it with my dad a couple months ago. He was like, yeah, we were waiting for a women's league game, and we were a little early, and we were in there. I was like, yep, that was my first memory.
That is so dope. So your family is athletically inclined. What about musically?
No, I'm the first one. We're all artists. We like to create things, but I'm the one that took the musical avenue.
Okay. Tell us about the city that you grew up in.
It's separated with east and west, really. It's got 4 quadrants, north, south, east, and west. It's got your haves and your have-nots.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a small town, big city, small town, for sure.
Going back to your childhood, is there anything you would change about it if you could, or would you keep it just as is?
There are a few things I would change, just listening.
Yeah.
When I should have listened instead of testing the waters a little bit. But other than that, nah, I wouldn't change nothing.
So is that something that you would go back if you couldn't tell your younger self, is to listen a little bit more to like maybe your elders and your parents and things of that nature?
Yeah, for sure. Like, for instance, shout out to Norman Jefferson, rest in peace. He was one of my first coaches that ever was really, really hard on me. And he would give me drills to do, and I wouldn't do them. But then when I got to high school, I was like, man, I wish I had a coach that would give me drills. And he died when I was in middle school. Oh. So I was like, oh, man, I had that. So it's like, you know, if you pray for something, you know, just be aware where that, you know, that blessing may come from, and don't take advantage of it.
That's 100% right. Like, listen, ask and we shall receive. You know, God is powerful, you know, or whoever your higher power is that you believe in. But yeah, like, you ask and you shall receive, because I believe in manifestation.
Always.
Definitely. That is dope. So you still actively play. Are you playing like on an actual team, or you just get on the court and hoop around a little bit?
I just hoop around a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, somebody will call me up. Hey, we need a big man. All right, let me put my shoes on.
Keeps you in shape though.
Oh, yeah.
That good cardiovascular, right?
Yeah, basketball shape's a different shape, man. You know, you can run, you can play football, you can swim, but that start and stop of basketball, it's
absolutely, because you're jumping and like you have to really use your strength, upper and lower body strength. Did you ever get injured at all during your years?
Nothing too serious. Actually, my senior year in college, I tore my calf muscle the seventh game in, so I didn't actually get to play my senior year. So I played semi-pro for a little bit, and then I just wanted to give back to the community, so I coached a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually played football too. Cool thing about me, I played football and basketball. D1 started in the same calendar year.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Check me out on ESPN somewhere.
Holla at your boy. Hey, he a superstar over here, you know, on the music side and on the athletic side. Did you play any other sports, or was basketball it for you?
Basketball, like I said, football. Went to TSU for 2 years, played basketball and football there. Then I went to Tennessee Wesleyan. That's in Athens, Tennessee. I played basketball there, and then my senior year, tore my calf muscle. But they got a track team, and I was a state finalist in shot put in high school, so I was told the track team, I was like, look, you need a shot putter? I got you.
Oh, that is fire. Sure. So you were super athletic up until, and you still are. Yeah,
I still hold the record for the shot put distance at Tennessee Wesleyan.
That is dope, man. Y'all can't outdo this guy.
You can try. I mean, it's all good. It's all love,
you can put your best foot forward, put the effort in, but I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. When did music start coming into play as far as you wanting to create it?
Honestly, when I was transferring from Tennessee State to Tennessee Wesleyan, I just wanted to be a little bit more creative, because you know, it's always been kind of militant, whistle, go, 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 stop, go. So I wanted to use my mind a little bit, and I just started dabbling in, just getting a little bit of communities here and there. And then when I turned about 25 or so, I started writing.
What made you decide to start actually writing? Because there's a lot of artists today that don't write. They just start freestyling and stuff like that. What made you decide to pick up the pen and start writing?
One, venting, and two, I mean, I like to ride around in silence, gather my own thoughts. You know, some people might think that's a little crazy. I don't. I think that's just a meditation for me. I spent my whole life basically in a car. My dad lived in Ohio. My mom lived in Tennessee. So to visit, it was like a 5-6 hour trip.
Yes.
And so I would just use that time to, you know, meditate, get on my thoughts, and, you know, have a good time. But now I think I've really made music because, like, I was tired of hearing the same mundane thing on the radio, and I was just like, you can do better than this.
No,
so I
absolutely.
make what I want to listen to.
That's exactly what it is. You just had to make the music that you want to listen to, and I'm pretty sure there's other people out there. I know there is, because like I said, you know, there was some young men here the other day that was paying you super homage, talking about how dope you are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're dope too, for sure.
Yeah.
PGDB and STO Brizo, check them out.
Check them out. Them guys, they were so humble and so cool. You know what I'm saying? And they had their wives with them. Both of their wives, you know, sing and do music. I was like, okay, that's fire. Going back, you know, to when you first started writing, I know you said you ride in your car in silence, and that's, to me, is not weird at all, because I do it all the time. Because we listen to music so much, and, you know, within this industry that, like, even driving here today, I was in silence. I had nothing on, because that's my time to vent to myself, gather my thoughts, you know, all that stuff. When you first started writing, were you getting your inspiration being in the car when you were in there in silence?
No, I get my inspiration just from living life. You know what I mean? Like, if, for instance, if there's a certain style of music that I want to get into, then I have to delve into that time in my life where I was kind of doing those things. Yeah. And so that's kind of just how I write, is, you know, what's my mood for the day?
Yes.
All right, now let me go back into these journal entries and put it to the music.
Okay, so let's talk about, so you were writing prior, like doing journaling and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah, no, journaling, goal setting, all that kind of stuff, man. Like, it is written, that's in the good book. And, if we are made in his image, we have some of his abilities, John 14:12, truly, truly, I say unto them, you can do all things that he does. You can do all the things that I do, even greater, if you just believe the one that sent him.
Man.
And that's red words, and I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if we write something and we truly believe it and it's in God's will, it just makes it a little bit stronger.
That's powerful right there. You're absolutely right. Like, I definitely journal, and I did when I was younger, and then I got away from it. But in my more recent years, I started journaling again because it helps with, if people get, a little stressed out or you get some anxiety, it's good for your mental health to get your thoughts and just put them on a piece of paper. Yeah, definitely. So are you still a writer?
Yeah, I write music. I wrote in books.
Oh, wow.
Actually, what was it? Yesterday. It was yesterday. I started writing a stock book, just for investments and how to do investments. I've written children's books, written a couple movies. Yeah, man.
Your pen game strong.
I'm a creator.
That is so dope. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm super impressed. So let's talk about each aspect of that. So how many books have you written?
In total, complete, I would say 4. And then this one I'm working on will be the 5th one.
The first 4 that are complete, are they already published?
They're not published. I've been trying to navigate that route, figure out, I've tried to do the Amazon route and just different things like that. I kind of, want to have hard copies, and the only place you can get them is me. I know we live in a world where you got to get out there and see the world, but I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get fans. I want fans to get me.
Absolutely. Do you have a publisher or know a publisher? I can introduce you to one.
That would be great.
She's so dope. Her name is Tanisha Mackin. She's a best-selling author, and I've already had one of my other friends go through her who published her book that became a bestseller on Amazon. She can help you get the hard copies and everything.
Yes, Miss Mac, I'm ready.
Yes,
They're written. They're ready to go.
I'm going to make sure, before you leave, don't let me forget, I'm going to give you her contact information.
Appreciate that.
She's here in the Atlanta area. She's on point.
Everything's in Atlanta, man. I'm missing out.
So you said you wrote a couple children's book. What inspired you to do that?
So when I retired from basketball, I started coaching.
Yeah.
And just coaching different areas of my city. Like I said, just separated from the haves and the have-nots. And I coached on both ends. And just seeing the kids and just seeing the hope that all kids have in their eyes.
Yes.
And then, just seeing the BS that their parents give on to them. And it doesn't matter, if it's got a lot of money or not. There's crap everywhere. And, just seeing that hope and just wanted to be able to inspire the youth to be able to just do their own thing.
Absolutely. I love that. And they need that because, like you said, so much more, I think, now than there was before. The parents aren't involved in their kids' life as often as they should because parents are busy. I get that. They're making ends meet. So they're just quickened to say, okay, go do what you want. Go play outside, which they don't like to do that anymore. Then they buy them a tablet or a phone. It's like, you got to get more involved. Your parents were involved heavily with you growing up.
Yeah, my mom was my first basketball coach. So
really?
She taught me everything she knew.
That is dope. I'm a big advocate of us getting our kids involved in stuff. It's so important. Because look at you now. You're successful.
Yeah, I used to be a Boy Scout.
Really?
I can tie a knot or two.
Start fires and all that.
Yeah, I was at a Boy Scout meeting, and I had missed a basketball practice to be at this meeting, and they told me, same with wrestling too, funny story, but they were like, yeah, we're having these meetings every week and you'll miss weekends and stuff like that. And I said, what about basketball? And they told me you have to choose basketball or Boy Scouts. And I said, well, do they give Boy Scout scholarships? And they said, no, I don't think so. I said, all right, see y'all.
See ya. Absolutely. And you knew at a young age, you have to make the choices that make sense for you.
Yeah, it's your life. At the end of the day, it's your judgment to God. Oh, well, they did this. And God's going to look at you and be like, but you did that.
Right. Absolutely. And you knew what your calling was and still is. So do you still coach?
Funny thing is, no, I retired. Some political stuff. Like I said, I'm just there for the kids, teaching them X and O's, teaching them a little bit of life, and let's go try to win a basketball game or a football game or whatever.
Yes.
But once it gets political, I'm out.
Absolutely. So you do still mentor with the youth?
Yeah, for sure. You know, if you want to bring your kids around me, you know, I can teach them 2 lessons, but I know I might be rough around the edges, but you know, I do know a few things.
He lying. He ain't rough around the edges. He's polished. He's just being humble right now.
I told my sister the other day, I'm with all the coonery. Like, I love black excellence, but I am with the coonery. Like, strut your stuff, bro. Let those peacock feathers fly. Be you.
No, absolutely. That's what it's up to people like us who have a voice to instill that into the youth, to just be yourself.
Yeah. Seriously.
I really feel like if I had to walk around with a facade every day, that I would have so much anxiety. I probably wouldn't have hair. It probably would have fell out because I would be so stressed out. You know what I'm saying?
A good set of hair too. So yeah, she doesn't stress.
It's getting a little thinner as I get older. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just like, it's crazy how many people put this facade on of somebody they're not, thinking that's what's going to get people to like them, and that's the complete opposite.
I know, and I'm like, for instance, like I'm big. I'm 6'7", 270. Like, I don't have to, you know, be big and gangster. Like, I know what I am. So, like, if there's an altercation, I can defend myself.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, I'm just a, you know, a giggly, geeky guy. Like, that's who I am. So I'm going to be who I am. And if you don't like it, sorry.
Absolutely. You're not one of them guys that's walking around with your chest puffed out trying to be tough all the time.
Nah.
That's corny to me. Stop doing that, fellas. You know, and there's some stuff with ladies doing it too, so don't think I'm man shaming. But yeah, I love the fact that you're just 100% you. You know what I'm saying? You're just out here doing you, because that's where you're going to attract the most genuine people around you, is by being who you are.
Exactly. And that's the thing. I only want people, not necessarily who are just like me, but have kind of the same mindset as me.
Yeah.
Because, like, at the end of the day, if I'm always trying to convince you or you're always trying to convince me, we're stuck in this, you know, conflict all the time instead of moving forward to where the goal is.
100%. Yeah. So you're now part of a group, New Wave Mafia. Mm-hmm. How long has that situation been about for people who are not familiar?
I've been a part of New Wave officially, unofficially, I'd say for about 2 or 3 months now.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
And we're about to go on tour with Kasky on the West Coast.
Nice.
Here in May, so check that out.
Congratulations. That's big. That's big. Keep it G. Do you prefer working with a group or by yourself, or is it kind of equal?
So this is loyalty is a thing. If you ever checked out my song, Samurai Grizz, I know a place where they spell loyal with 3 L's. So you can be loyal to a fault.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm always a team player. I've always, you know, playing in rec leagues, playing on AAU teams. You move teams a lot.
Yeah.
On the team that I'm on, I'm trying to win.
Yes.
So when I'm rocking with New Wave, it's all 100% New Wave.
Understood.
I'm not trying to set myself out to be, you know, the star or the, you know, David Ruffin of the group. Never that. I'm just going to let my light shine, and however it shines, it shines. But, you know, I started off as a solo artist. I grew up solo. You know, I've had some situations in life where, you know, I let my integrity choose the battle, and, you know, people fell off, and I'm cool with that. So at the end of the day, I am my own person, but nah, I fuck with New Wave.
Yeah.
Tough.
No, for real, absolutely. Them guys right there, I could tell that they loyal and they really respect you as well, just in the conversation we had when you guys were here recently. Sure. With that being said, you guys are getting ready to go on tour. Mm-hmm. Do you know how many cities you're going to touch?
So we're just going to be on a couple of other dates, but I think it's like a 15 tour. No, like an 8 to 15 tour city.
Yeah.
Tour, yeah.
Okay. Do you know right now which cities you're going to touch down in?
Glendale and Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, so West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast.
That's dope. Have you been out to the West Coast to do music business yet?
Not music business. I've got family out there just to visit, but nothing music-wise yet.
So what are you doing to prepare? Like, I know you're polished. He says he's rough around the edges, but he's not. He's polished. What are you doing to prepare to get yourself to be on this tour? Because that's a big deal.
Well, I kind of go recluse. It's just like training for any other event. You know, if you got a big game coming up, you know, you got to scout out your opponent, know what's going on. So it's really just kind of seeing what the music scene is like out there, and just preparing myself. You know, I got to get my merch ready because, you know, I got merch.
He did. He brought me some. A little ASMR for you guys. A little ASMR. You know, people be liking them.
Yeah. What's in the bag?
It's a little AMSR. Don't get it twisted. Look at this shirt right here.
FOF, Fortune Over Fame. That's my record label. You know, starting off, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to be underground to sign myself, so I signed myself immediately.
I love it.
I got it on my neck, so I don't know a lot of rappers in my city. You know, you got a lot of chains on, but do you rep where you from? I'm from Farragut, Tennessee. It's on my neck.
You better believe it. Don't get it twisted now.
Yeah.
No, that is dope. And I love the fact that you have merch. Like, as an independent artist, you want to have something that sets yourself apart.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can create music. Hell, I could create music, even though I wouldn't. I'm not going to put myself out there like that.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. And we're in an era now where people feel like anybody can do it. I think in the past that people weren't good. They just didn't do it. Now with social media and the digital platforms.
Right.
But I love the fact that you're doing stuff to set yourself apart. You came in here with pins, like these little, is that what you call it? A little pin?
Pins.
And a lighter, and you came bringing gifts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, you know, it's just simple stuff to, you know, let people know that you want them to remember you by just other than streaming your music. So.
Absolutely. Sure. Definitely. Are you guys working on an album together for New Wave Mafia?
Yes. I don't know when this is going to come out, but we actually have a song with Caskey's producer. He's going to, you know, spit some bars on it. We're actually recording that tomorrow. Jason the Don, his solo album's coming out, and then after that, it's strictly new wave. We're gonna put out another little mixtape.
That is dope. That is dope. How did the situation with being on tour with Caskey come about, if you don't mind me asking?
I watch your interviews, you know, just to get an idea.
Yeah.
And the guy, I forget his name, Tyrell. That's his name.
Yep.
The camera guy. And he said that you always give thanks even though something bad happens.
Yes.
And I want to give a special shout out to Bri Lou. You're a good kid, man. Keep it up. And, you know, so, you know, I used to work with him, you know, pretty close. And he got an opportunity to open up a show for him. And then his team opened up that opportunity for me.
Yeah.
And that's when I, you know, obviously was going to meet Caskey. And I had some guys back home that we were just making fire music at that time. And I was like, look, guys, and no offense to any artists out there, I only like me. Like, I don't get starstruck.
Yeah.
When I was 14 years old, I played Michael Jordan's youngest son, drug him. He's not that good to us, but I mean, he just only makes cool shoes. Nah, Michael Jordan, like, walked right past me in the hallway, and I kind of, like, took a step back, and I was like, huh? And the year before that, I had a conversation with Master P, and it was just like hey, that's Master P. Let me go talk to him.
Yeah.
So I don't get starstruck.
Right.
We're all just people.
100%. I agree. I'm with you.
And I knew that they were fans of Caskey. So I was like, yo, I got this opportunity. Y'all want to go meet your boy.
Yeah.
Boom. And we ran that.
That is dope. So you out here really making plays, not just on the field and on the court. Yeah, you like the Tom Brady of the hip hop industry.
Yeah, no, for real. And that's the thing, dude. Like, you know, it's fortune over fame. So, like, you might not see me everywhere, but I have my hand in a lot of things. I made a funny joke the other day. I said, I got a lot of sons in the game. Don't hip hop court. Don't call hip hop court. I owe a lot of back child support.
All y'all his sons.
But all jokes aside, though, it's just, you know, I want to be able to put my homies in place. If I can't put my homies in play, I ain't a boss.
Man, you just said a mouthful. I talk about that. In order to be a boss, you have to put someone else in a position to be a boss. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not a boss. A lot of people out here claiming, oh, I'm a boss. But what have you done to help other people? We have to be selfless instead of self-righteous.
Right.
And it sounds like that's the path that you've been on your entire life.
Try to be, you know. You fall short every day. But
you do it. You ain't trying. You're doing it.
You're right.
Do you have any kids?
Nah, I'm waiting for that right one.
Yeah, understood. Say no more. Say no more. Absolutely. It'll happen. It'll come a time, then you'll be able to coach your baby. Like your mom did with you.
Yeah, true story. Funny story. I got to tell this to everybody. So, I mean, I'm getting a little up in there in years, and I was like, kind of like scratching my head, like, yo, are we good down there? And so I went to the doctor. You know, my swimmers are swimming, so, you know.
Ladies.
If you need jeans, we're good. I'm pretty.
If you want someone who has some height, has some talent, are you single? I ain't trying to pimp you.
Recently single, so
I was gonna say I don't want your woman coming for me if I'm over here pimping you out. We got a pimp cup, pimp juice. No, that's dope though. Yeah, listen, in my opinion, there's no age limit on anything. sports, music. I understand that people don't want to be 50 and still out there on the court hooping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Body starts breaking down. But realistically, they could still do it if they wanted to. Who's to say they can't?
Funny story. I read an article the other day. There was this person who decided to switch their identity later in life.
Yeah. And
she is now a Division, I think, 1 basketball player at 50 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's my point. Keep it G. Let me just say it is. Growing old is a flex. Yeah. Because there's so many people out here, sadly, who are losing their life in their 20s and 30s, getting involved with the wrong stuff.
All right. No, and that's the thing. Like, as long as you're not hurting anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you?
Yeah, do you. God's going to bless it. Like, you get ideas from somewhere.
Definitely.
You put them to the spirit. If they check out, run with it.
Absolutely. How many songs, if you had to take a guess, you by yourself, not with New Wave Mafia, have you released out on the digital platforms?
Over 30.
Over 30. You got a nice catalog.
I need more listeners. Like, you just got to listen to it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, I think Spotify doesn't like me for some reason. Because if you look like my monthly listeners, you'd be like, no, listen to it. I promise you won't. Everybody that I've ever played it, they're like, no, this is good. Like, it's not my style. No, but this is actually good. So if they're lying, but I don't think they're lying.
I think what it really boils down to with the digital platforms, social media, is they want us to spend money with them. Really. Because like on Instagram, if I post something, it gets okay engagement, but it don't get great engagement like it used to. Back in the day, you post something on Instagram, you get a ton of likes, ton of views. Now it's like, in order to make that happen, you have to pay for ads because they want the money. I think Spotify is the same way. They want you to pay for playlisting and stuff like that in order to really get you in the algorithm. And it's like, it's a bittersweet because it gets you out to the world, but you got to spend that extra moolah.
Right. And I'd rather get you rich instead of Mark Zuckerberg. He's already rich.
Right.
So these are the kind of things that I like to do, is like get to meet people that I'm actually investing my money in.
Yes.
Instead of just, chipping away and, being a robot to, society because, this is how you have to do it. No, bro. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Listen, that is such a valid point, what you said, because historically, us as humans have done that since the dawn of time. We spend money with people we will never meet in a lifetime,
it's
making them rich.
Yeah, it's dumb.
On brands and stuff like that.
I want to get you rich. I like you. You know what I mean?
I would rather wear this than like a Nike shirt, just keeping it G. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to support you because you and I have built a rapport and a relationship with each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to take heed to that. Start spending with your people and not so much on Versace and all these people, making them wealthier than they already are.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know my jeweler personally, so it's the same thing.
Right. You got a relationship with him. Exactly. Definitely. What are some of the things, you got this tour coming up. Outside of that, what else are you working on personally? Not New Wave Mafia, but just the legend himself.
So I got a single coming out. It's been needing to come out for a while now. I just need to get in the studio and just finish a few things. I've got my newest EP coming out, The Book of the Five Rings. It's already all written. I just got to get in there, record it, polishing things up.
Yeah.
Schlump, Poppy, you know him? Schlump, he came in here a couple of interviews ago, I think.
Yes. He was over there with me.
Yeah, for sure. I did a feature with him, came down here to Atlanta, did a feature with him, so that'll be coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are my son. He did that. He has that Sunshine song.
Mm-hmm. And if you love me, what's the issue, man? That's hidden, bro.
Man, that is fire. That is dope. So the EP, how many tracks are going to be on it?
It's only going to have 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, easy listen.
Yeah, easy listen. I don't dabble into numerology, but I understand how the matrix works.
Yeah.
And so if you're not swimming along the right way, you're going to get caught in the current. So this song only has 8, and now we're releasing my single before that. And if you understand how numerology works, 520-7418.
What is the single that's coming?
STFU. It's inspired. All of my music are events that have happened in my life.
Yeah.
Or there's only 2 tracks, Billy Bob, that something outside happened and I had to write about it immediately. And STFU is a track about that. I do work at UT, University of Tennessee, and it's 2 instances, 2 girls. One girl at a party, she was outside talking to her friends. Her and her boyfriend got into an argument. And she was telling her friends about how her boyfriend's in there flirting with this girl and all this stuff. And next thing you know, her boyfriend walks out, and then they start arguing, and they all disperse. I don't think anything of it.
Right.
30 minutes later, the boyfriend and the girl leave in an Uber together. None of my business. Next instance, there's another girl. She gets kicked out of the party. Her boyfriend's still in the party. She's on the curb for like an hour or two. No phone. Her phone's in the party.
Oh.
She's asking the frat guys, hey, can you go get my phone? And they're telling me, hey, you got to get her out of here. And, you know, she was a black girl. And I asked her, you know, I actually walked her home that night because I was like, dude, I'm not going to let this happen to you.
Absolutely. Make sure she's safe.
Yeah. And I asked her, I said, so does your boyfriend use the N-word around you? And she said, no, but his friends do. And me and her had a heart to heart. It was just like, that's an extension of him.
100%.
And you got to be careful of that. And I don't know if they broke up or not, but I think that she's, you know, doing better and better things with her life. So.
Good for her, as she should, because nobody, male or female, needs to deal with that. Because like you said, even though, because she may not know that he says it when she's not around.
Exactly.
If your friends are saying it and them are your partners.
Right. And the whole point of that song is basically just, it's the male perspective of being in a toxic relationship. And, you know, you want to have empathy towards others, but enough is enough at some point.
Absolutely. Like you said, you know, people can be loyal to a fault.
Exactly.
You have to be mindful of that. Absolutely. Oh, I thought somebody, I was like, thought this door was locked.
No, we're good. We're good.
We seeing ghosts. Definitely. Now that is dope. So the single is releasing when?
So here's the thing. I have one part to change, and I'm really good at releasing stuff. So I'll do a whole bunch of visuals. I've already got the visuals ready for it. So let's look out for that in the next month or so.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So one more month, we got the single coming. For
sure.
And then when can we anticipate the EP?
Honestly, we're just going to go until you think I have no motion anymore. And then this EP is going to drop. And when I tell you, this stuff has already been written for like 2 years now. And that's another thing too. It's like staying relevant and staying, you know, with the times.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that you've heard is already 3 or 4 years old.
That's right.
Yeah. So my stuff on Technology, like that first EP or first 4 EPs that I dropped, I wrote that stuff when I was 19.
See, but when you create timeless music, it doesn't ever get dated.
No.
You can literally, like you said, write it, you know, years ago, put it out now, or even hang on to it for another 10 years. If you know how to construct and create music that is relevant anytime, you ain't got to worry about it. People, oh, that sounds old. You know, what I really like is I like hearing music that has kind of that old school sound, but with a modern twist, if that makes sense.
Yes. Like it ties everything together. And,
Yeah.
you know, me growing up, I've listened to hip hop my whole life. So it's just like when you ask what's my influence, I like what's high. I like what sounds good. And if it sounded good then, and I still listen to Tupac and Biggie then maybe I'll take a sound from them then and then put it what I got right now. So.
What about other genres of music? Is that something you're tapping into?
I love EDM. You know, I like heavy bass.
Okay.
Rock and roll. I got a huge rock and roll. I don't like country, but I love bluegrass.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. But no, I really do like all music classical. You know, when I'm like, if I'm ever, you know, trying to figure some things out and I can't drown it all out, throw some classical on and you'll get to the bottom of it.
Absolutely. I think every genre has something that can touch a different part of our soul, our inner being, you know, because like I like listen to some of the old classic like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Hell, yesterday I was listening to Simon Garfunkel. Y'all youngers don't know nothing about that.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Garfunkel, dog.
Great music. Like I feel like that's something you could still.
My old friend. Well, I was listening to that the other day. Seriously,
you just gave me chills because that's such a great song, ain't it? Though
it is
timeless.
Dude. It brings, if you like music, if you're feeling some type of way, sometimes listening to sad music can rip those negative emotions out of you. But you got to be careful because you don't want to just keep berating yourself with it.
Absolutely. Hell, I sometimes listen to that type of stuff at the gym. I'm not necessarily I have to have a turn up record. Like whatever my mood is, that's what I'm gonna listen to.
And just let it out.
Just let it out. Most definitely. The tour kicks off when?
It starts at the end of April, but we're on it in May.
In May. Okay. Yep. Definitely. What else can we anticipate from you for the rest of this year? I know you got a lot up that long sleeve of yours.
Honestly, just more music, more features. just, whatever my creative juices are flowing, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. Like I said, you're an inspiration to me. One of the things that I like to pride myself on is there's no cap in my rap.
Yeah.
And so I want to, talk to artists and figure out, what you're saying, why you're saying it.
Yeah.
What does it mean? So
let me ask you this. There's a lot of people that know you, or there's a lot of people that may think they know you.
Yeah, they don't know me.
What's the biggest misconception about you that you think?
That I care.
He said that so quick that I believe him.
No, I mean, I do, but I don't.
No,
it's
right.
one of those things where we all got to get ahead. We all got to get along. But if you know the answer to the test is 4, 2 + 2 is 4,
Yeah.
and you keep putting 7, bro, like you're just stupid. Just put 4.
No, put 4. Yeah, no, that is, and you are absolutely right. I feel like I have that same type of misconception. Like some people think I'm mean, and I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just matter of fact. Because I don't have time, like we spoke on earlier, to be wasting on the BS, you know?
Time is money.
Time is money. What makes you happy in life?
What makes me happy in life? Just seeing peace and harmony in the world.
Yeah.
Just, if it's just a babbling brook in a stream, or, it's a couple walking down the street and their family, I just like seeing happiness.
Yeah.
Just seeing it makes me happy.
There you go. What do you think you personally could do to change the narrative of the negativity? And I know something you just said, like that young lady, you walked her home and you had a heart-to-heart talk with her. That's one of the things. What else do you think you could do to contribute to the world to bring more positivity into the world?
Try the opposite. So if you're an emotional person, think logically. If you're a logical person, think emotionally, and just try to, get out of the normal of what you're used to get to the solution. Not necessarily change who you are, but just be a little bit more open-minded to certain situations to try to understand a little bit better.
Definitely. What would you say has been the biggest piece of advice or life lesson or something that one of your elders, OGs, have instilled in you or told you?
We're all just crazy people.
Elaborate.
Oh man, so this one time I dabbled in some psychedelics and I ended up in a hospital, and it's a true story. So let me see, my hands are a little dirty. You see that dot right there?
Yes, I do.
So they gave me some medicine and I thought like I could just like squeeze it through my body and never have to take it, and I have this blister on my thumb for the rest of my life. Yeah, true stories.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, it helped me open up my mind. And while I was there, I was just talking to certain people. And this guy, he broke down a story to me. And he said, yeah, man, we're all just crazy people. I had it all and I wanted something and I lost it all. I'm just trying to get it back.
That's deep right there. Because everything outside of our physical being is materialistic. Money, this table, our phones, we could lose it all.
Yeah.
We might get it back. We may not.
Yeah, he lost everything he had, his family, his home, his job, everything, and he's just trying to get it back. That feeling of happiness.
Hearing stories like that, if that doesn't make you grateful for everything you have, then nothing will.
Yeah, no, I was gone and I came back, luckily, and a lot of people don't come back. So
yeah, absolutely. God was not done with you yet.
No. There's been a couple of times where, I said, "Here, God, you got me," and he was like, "No, stay."
Absolutely. You still, it sounds like you have not completely fulfilled your purpose on earth yet.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
I was just going to ask you, what do you feel like is your purpose? And it could be in life, it could be musically. What do you feel is your purpose?
Honestly, it's just right now, I'm just trying to make sure, because the enemy is working really strong in the world.
Yes.
And I think it's my job to help wrangle in some of these lost sheep. There's everybody, they can say they're walking the straight and narrow and you can deal with that. But there are a lot of people out there who don't even know the name of Jesus, and that's scary.
Man.
And so it's my job to, just help people understand that, like, not all church people are bad. Not all spiritual people are bad and crazy. And, you can live this life and not be alone, because you're never alone. No,
that is facts. That is deep. I love how deep and spiritual you are at the same time.
Appreciate that.
Definitely. In the music industry, you've been doing this for a while?
About 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. Okay.
I've been in the industry. Like, I was a roadie with a guy. I helped start a company, Knoxville Promotion LLC.
Okay.
But that's, been about a decade or so.
Over this decade, from when you started then until now, anything that's changed that you wish we could get back to, or are you liking the direction that the music industry is going?
Well, I want the industry to get more into knowing who the artists are personally. You know, I grew up on MTV Cribs and stuff like that. So you got to understand and know these artists, but then, you know, you grow up and you hear that, oh, they were setting that stuff up anyway. Yeah. I think that, you know, people say that hip hop is dying. Well, I think hip hop is trying to project something that it's not. And we need to just get more with the times and just be who you are, rap who you are. If people don't like who you are, that's just it. Okay, oh well, but at the end of the day, put out truth.
100%.
Just put out truth.
Please, we absolutely need to get back to that because, again, like we said earlier, people are living in a facade, trying to put on for people who don't even care about them.
Right.
If someone asked you who Legend JG is that don't know you, what would you tell them?
He's just a guy walking this planet trying to make sure that everybody's okay. Protector.
I love it.
Warrior.
I love it. You need to have a big family.
I hope.
have lots of babies, lots of children running around.
I want a lot of kids, man. I want a football team, the whole team.
Definitely. Listen, bro, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. He's got a lot on the way. So we got the tour with Caskey coming up.
The tour. We got singles, EPs. I'm doing way more features. I've got met another group of guys. Shouts out to Buddha, Skip, and Rashad the Ox God. We got another EP coming out. You know, like I said earlier about being a team player, like I can literally just go anywhere, hop on the court, and just, all right, bro, pass me the ball, see what everybody's doing, figure out your strengths, weaknesses, and we can go win a game. So we got an EP coming out with them too, a little 5-track EP.
Man, you got a lot of music in the works.
It comes to me, I put it out. I
love it. And we are right now in the type of era where you can do that. Mm-hmm. You can put a lot of music out and it's okay, because that's what these like Spotify, Apple, they thrive on that kind of stuff. They want you constantly put music out.
They need the content and they want people who make it. So.
Absolutely. Definitely. Tell everybody where they can follow you at on your socials.
Legend_JG on Instagram, Legend JG, Facebook, TikTok. I'm really not on there much. That's for the kids. Snapchat, Giant JG. My friends call me Giant Man. That's another funny story. Pause. But just anywhere. Legend JG, Giant Man. I'm everywhere.
I love it. Definitely. I know throughout this conversation you brought up, you know, different names of people, of course, your family. Anybody in particular you want to just shout out, show some love to? I
want to shout out my mom, my dad, stepdad, stepmom, Christina. She's my, manager, business partner. She helps me out a lot. New Wave Mafia. Basically anybody. Oh, BT Tate. Just basically anybody who's been rocking with me since the beginning. Yeah. We got big things coming. Y'all know that. That's why y'all been rocking with us. So.
Big things popping. Yeah. I love it. Most definitely. My last and most important question of the whole conversation, right? Mm-hmm. We got the legend checking in.
Most wanted.
Big Industry's Most Wanted. Tell everybody what makes you the industry's most wanted.
I'm the industry's most wanted because they hate us, because they ain't us. They want to be us, but they can't. That's why we're the industry's most wanted.
Often imitated, but never duplicated.
Can never be me.
Period. We're out of here, y'all.
Peace.
I live, I learn, I love with no compassion. Is overreacting, hate that rituals got you asking yourself, is it all about wealth? Is there life after death?